Well, for more, we're joined now by Dr. Sona Kazemi, a researcher at Ohio State University in Columbus in the US. Thank you very much indeed for being with us, Dr. Kazemi. So what do you read, first of all, into those comments by the IRGC General? The regime clearly now acknowledging that hundreds of people have been killed in the protest, yet not acknowledging how they were killed.
Yeah, of course. IRGC, Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, as you see even in the name, in the title of the group, there is no word Iran. So that's who they are. They're just Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. They just the group that only is responsible for the crackdown and destabilizing the region, as well as civil societies in other countries in the region, as well as in Iran. That's their job. So in the history of the Islamic Republic since its inception, 1979, until now, we have had thousands and thousands of executions, mass arrests, massacres, and they have never been held accountable. This regime, they've never been held accountable for the crackdowns and these crimes against humanity that they have committed. And this is not an exception. Even these protests right now, 2022, since Mahsa Amini's death in the hands of hijab or morality police, is not an exception. Obviously, they never say the real number of people who have been killed. Even in the 2019 protests, that we know from Reuters that 1,500 people were killed, probably more. They never gave a proper number, and the same thing is going on. This culture of secrecy, mysterious, numbers that they always make up. It's always been the case. But according to human rights reports, we know that more than 488 people have been killed, at least, because we don't know the exact numbers. Internet has been shut off. People are not allowed to, and they can't really talk to the outside world. And the actual number could be a lot higher.
And I want to ask you, because there is a stark difference between what is happening on the streets of Iranian cities and what is going on in Qatar with the World Cup tonight. Of course, the Iranian national side will play. And what are your thoughts on Iran taking part in the World Cup? Is this team representing the people, or is it representing the Islamic regime?
Definitely doesn't represent the people. There's been calls by human rights organizations and Iranian civil society for many, many years now to boycott Iran's sports teams, not because of who the players are. Obviously, I understand that they're under a lot of pressure by the security forces to lie, to do what the state wants them to do. I understand that, and their families are under a lot of pressure. However, there's been calls to boycott these teams, not because of who they are, but because the state, the Islamic Republic, uses the teams to legitimize itself in the world arena and in the eyes of the global community.
Sorry to interrupt, even when we hear that the family members of the players are being threatened at home.
I understand that, and that is true. Everybody is always under a lot of pressure by this authoritarian, clerical fascist state. However, this team doesn't necessarily represent the people because I understand that they do some, in their performance, they resist in different ways by not singing the national anthem, by, having wristbands, all these things. I understand that. However, when Iranian people are getting killed on the streets, including children, and this team is being manipulated by the state to go and play as if nothing is happening, as if everything is normal, then this is not right, and it doesn't legitimize this league.